Well, Kevin and Helen, welcome to the programme. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Now, you are from a charity called Bright Hope World. It's not like any other charity I've come across. Tell us a bit about how it started, Kevin.
Yeah, well, it started back in the 90s, really, I guess in some regards as a response to the fact that there are a lot of people, a lot of churches in third world countries who just couldn't get access to the big money, if you like, the NGOs, whether they were Christian or non-Christian, who were perhaps operating in their country, but they didn't qualify. At the same time, they were doing just a fantastic job at a very grassroots level. I guess the other motivation was Rob Purdue, who started it, was really concerned about the amount of money within the NGO sector that went into administration and all that kind of stuff. So he just went off and raised money and started giving it away. It's a very Kiwi response. Exactly. And so he went to the States for a few months a year, had some mates there and collected up their money and put it in his back pocket, and then started backpacking through all the trouble spots of the world, which at that stage was Eastern Europe mainly. And then in '98 he invited us to go with him to Africa, because we'd been there previous to that as missionaries. And so we went back to Africa at a time when the whole HIV/AIDS thing was just, in full flight in terms of its impact at the rural level. And so we went back with him and got involved from there. Yeah.
Is it hard when you look at the big NGOs, you look at World Vision and Oxfam and Tear Fund and so on, is it hard for a smaller organisation to work because everyone says, oh no, I'm sorry, we're not dealing with you because we've got the big guys around the road?
Yeah, there is a bit of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're doing a really good job at what they do, and somebody, if you look at the whole spectrum of what a society looks like, somebody's got to go in at the top end and make some some big hits at that level to get change happening. We're operating right at the bottom end, at the grassroots level.
Because you work very much with churches, don't you?
Yeah, we work with churches in their communities that have a real vision for their community and a strategy to put into place. And so we go in at that level. But for it to really work, everybody has to be involved at every level of society. And so we're not in competition with the big guys. And there's, increasingly people in churches, younger people coming through, they want to be a little more hands-on with where their money's going than some of the bigger agencies can deliver. So there's a group of people that we work with, and that we have sort of more affinity, or have more affinity with us as a smaller organisation.
Because one of the interesting things is that it's very Kiwi and very practical.
Yes.
Or you brought in some of the coffee that comes from Thailand. Tell us a bit about that, Helen.
Well, the Lamai coffee has come about by us being able to partner with some people that are up north Thailand, being able to contribute to the farmers being able to grow their coffee and have an income that's a regular income, and in that way they don't have to sell their daughters into prostitution, as so many of them do, because they're desperately poor, and this instant money that comes their way for selling their daughters. So that's just a short story about what it's all about, but it's amazing coffee, by the way. And we were able to, on our recent trip, go to Thailand, go to some of the farms and see where they're growing it, see the whole process, roasting it, and then being able to grind it and see where they store it in sacks and drink lots of coffee. And then on the other side, we were able to go into Bangkok and see where some of the young ladies are already caught up in this trap of prostitution, and see young girls who could have been in that, but in this way they've been able to be rescued from it.
Because the coffee is also grown in the area that was the old Golden Triangle,
where
the opium comes from.
Yes.
And what happened was the United Nations went in there about 20 years ago and tried to encourage people to grow something different. And it kind of, a lot of them started growing coffee and planted a lot of coffee, but then coffee prices slumped, and so it didn't really come off, as well as had been hoped, and so a lot of them went back to to growing opium. But the group we work with have gone back in and reignited the whole thing with some of those same coffee growers, and now we're looking to market it out in the West, and so we bring some here and into the States as well. So
why do you do it?
Why do I do it? I thought it was going to be easy.
That's $100 million question, isn't it?
Right from young, we've both sensed that, this was the kind of track for us in our lives. We've had our own family business, and we went to Zambia in 1982 and started training people there, and came back and we got involved in business, but it was kind of like, well,
something's missing.
I don't know why we do it. We just love God. We love the poor. We just want to make a difference, and we're just ordinary people in the sense that we're not coming at this from an academic point of view or from a change the world point of view. We're at it because we just love people and want to do something. And I guess, and again, in a Kiwi kind of way, our greatest asset is making friends, so we go and make friends. And sometimes that leads into partnership opportunities.
Is it hard as a family to be involved in something like that? Because it means you're away from home, you're away from friends.
Yes, our children left home. Our children are now both married. One is 31 and one is 29. And although they'd left home, 10 plus years ago, you still miss them. But the wonderful thing for us is our children are right behind what we're doing, and they've been able to join us on some of our travels recently, and they just are right into what we're doing, so that helps. And like Kevin has also said, we've got family all over the world. We've got, everywhere we go, we're building relationships, and the way technology works today, we can be communicating back to our children. You can use Skype. But I think the big tug now is we have got a grandson, and with him living with us, we'll miss him. But we do really love what we're doing and know that's what God wants us to do. So that's us. Yeah.
You say you're ordinary, but I would suggest you're not ordinary at all. Thank you both very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.